Okay, so I am going to solve a problem I've got. I'm trying to get this data into SAP Crystal Reports, but I've got too many columns in my Excel spreadsheet. Tried to pull it into Access and too many columns for that. So I'm going to break this down into more of a relational database type structure where that I will have to find a primary key to link the data back and forth on. For it to be a primary key, I need to check which of these has unique values. I've already checked that to see, so I know it's going to be unit ID, but for now let's just look at either of these two because neither one of those are unique. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and like I said, this is going to fail, but I just want to show you what it looks like when it's not unique. Conditional formatting, and then the rules here looking for duplicate values. I'm going to do the red there. Okay. So now I've done a conditional formatting where I can find my duplicate values really easily. Let's go into our data view and do a sort. I'm going to sort here by the one I just formatted. I want to sort on, I can either do font color or cell color. And then when I look here, I can see that I have some pink. I went on top, so it'll show up here. If I put it on the bottom, I could scroll down to see it, but anyway. And you can see that I do have quite a few duplicate values, so that doesn't work out for what I'm wanting to do. So go back to the original here. Now I'm going to go through and do the same thing here, and I'm going to find out that doing my conditional formatting that okay, there's duplicate. And then I want to check here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing as earlier, except for here on sort, I'm sorting on unit ID, and I want to sort on the cell color. My computer is slow. I click and it takes a while. Okay, cell color. And you see that there's no other cell color given, so that means that I don't have any duplicate values. Therefore, unit ID will work fine as my primary key. I'm going to do this in multiple spreadsheets with a couple different monitors just to make it easier. You can do it all in one with multiple tabs, or you could do it on multiple spreadsheets with one monitor, whatever works out best. But here's my blank spreadsheet, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste the values that I have there for my values, and I know that I'm going to have multiple tables, so I might as well go ahead and do this several times while I've got it. Since I'm mainly demonstrating how this works for now, I'm going to just go ahead and do a few here. It's all about colleges and schools, so that doesn't really do a lot of good. So it's going to be descriptive information will go there. So there's for my descriptive information. Let me pop back over to my data set, and in my data set I can see that some of the descriptive information that I'm going to repeat multiple places is going to be the OPEID. All this tells me information about the school primarily. Okay. Go ahead and go over a little bit more. Now I'm getting to things such as the admission rate, which is not something that is specifically about that school. I'm going to check my data dictionary really quick to see where it makes sense is the best place to stop that. And checking that, I'm going to see that the information looks pretty good. Location, degree of urbanization, longitude, latitude, Carnegie Mellon, all those fun things. So after Carnegie Mellon, I start getting over to the HBCU information. So right there's the HBCU. Okay, and I did not want HBCU in there, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this and pop up my other table real quick. And there's my information, this descriptive information about the school. Next thing I want to do then is to go here. I know this is going to be things such as HBCU, ethnicity, those type things. I'm going to call that demographics. You can make up your own name, is fine. This is off the top of my head, so I could end up changing it. You never can tell. So, okay. So I stopped there. Looking at my data dictionary, then as I go through the different demographic type information all the way down to like religious affiliation, that looks like one good set there. So I'm going to copy that information and I'm going to pop that over into my spreadsheet as well. Okay, and the next thing looks like selectivity maybe. It's going to have like ACT scores, SAT scores, admissions rate, all of those types of things. So if I go through here, there's my admission rate, SATs, ACTs. Okay. Go ahead and copy that. Pop up my other workbook. And I'm going to look over here and see that the last thing I have is SAT average all. Once again, looking at my data dictionary, okay, good. The next information that I have is percentage of degrees awarded by area. Okay. And if I look at that in my data dictionary, here, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So if I look at that in my data dictionary, I can go all the way down to, there's history. So, yeah, good. Certificates, associates, bachelors, that still seems like it's about the degree to me. If I look down the count at the bottom of the page, it tells me the count that I have. I don't want that to get up over 200, so I might have to subdivide this, but so far it's looking like all this has to do with certificates and degrees and those types of things. Okay. So flags for distance ads all the way up to the enrollment for undergrad, degree seeking student. Looks like that could be an area, and if I look there, it's UGDS is what I'll be looking for. So move my data dictionary off and go back to my cohort group. Okay, and then I want to go over to the UGDS, which is going to be a bit. There's my UGDS. Okay, and I'm copying this. I could be cutting this and pasting it to keep up with things easier. That might be a better way to do it. I just decided to do it this way because it just seemed like the easiest way at the time. Okay. Let's do another couple things here real quick. So that's my new sheet, so I'm good with that. I've got to make sure when I paste these that I paste them correctly. I don't want to get my data corrupted through here. If everything doesn't line up just right, it's not going to be reliable. So. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to get to is enrollment information. And I can see it's all sorts of enrollment stuff by so enrollment information. Looks like through MPT4, so not all that much stuff on the next byte that I take. And then it gets to price information for a little bit. So let's take a peek over here and pull up our cohort group. Get back over to where we were. Okay, so there I am to the NPT information. So I'm going to copy that and put it right there. And that information is descriptive about what? Let's see. So that's more enrollment descriptive. And then the next thing I'm going to have in there is going to be more about net price. Okay, and for my net price, once again, cohort group, and my net price starts off with the NPT and looking down here at even when it gets down to the number of Title IV students, we're still talking pricing information. Actually, just in case we go for a long way here, I'm going to go ahead and count these as I go. So, and the count's just right there, you can see. Okay, completion rate will be there. More completion rate. Okay, so I want to go through here. That's 70, so it's a good size, no problem there. So PCT Pell is what I'm going to do for the financial information. Okay. Holding down my left shift key as I hit my right arrow over to capture this information. Okay, that was inclusive of PCT Pell that I wanted, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Pop that information over here. The next thing is more about completion information. There's retention, that's good to know too. And I've got too many of those now. Yeah, I'm wanting to keep it down to around 256 or less, so let's go ahead and go back up here. So I can go over, there's 38 of them I can do through RET, so 38 through RET. So look at my count at the bottom, 38. Oh, there's the RET, so I guess it was 42. That's interesting. Not all those showed up on the data dictionary, obviously, but those do look similar, so I'm going to go ahead and pop those over into my completion information here.